Okay, more damage as I increase the drop height. Okay, so that's the foundation for this little design of experiment. Now with experiments, what we want to do is we want to vary one item at a time. So we don't want to just randomly test. We want to think through what we want to test. In this case, I wanted to test whether a hard-boiled egg was a good crash test dummy for a fresh egg. Because if I can prove that's a good crash test dummy, that I can use that as a predictor of damage for a fresh egg, then I don't have to waste a lot of fresh eggs testing a lot of different systems. Because hey, hard-boiled eggs, they crack. You can still eat them. Fresh eggs, once they splatter on concrete, or even if they splatter in a plastic bag, it's a little bit messier, okay? So I came up with this test matrix. And one of the things I wanted to test was the surface. So I had a blue mat and concrete. And I decided I wanted to test 3 drop heights. So the furthest I could reach on a little step ladder, I got to about 8 feet. Then I thought 2 feet would be a nice intermediate distance, and then 2 inches. And 2 test subjects, hard-boiled eggs and fresh eggs. Now, the other thing you need to know about being a good experimenter is it's helpful if you keep track of your test subjects, because you might want to look at fracture surfaces later. And you also want to record your test sequence. Okay, and the result was I used hard-boiled egg 1, which bounced beautifully, bounced off the blue mat, and then cracked on the concrete. So the test was a success, but the egg still cracked. 2 feet, it just kind of bounced and rolled off the mat, so not as much energy, but that egg still cracked, so wasn't using that one again. Test 3 at 2 inches, it bounced, and it stayed right there. So I could use hard-boiled egg 3 again, and that got used again in test 11. Okay, so I learned something from my design sequence, and I figured what I really wanted to do is conserve my fresh eggs, so I started at the 2-inch drop height first. And that egg bounced and stayed right there, it didn't crack. So these 2 results, hard-boiled and fresh, they were the same. At 2 feet height, again, it bounced. It stayed centered enough on the mat, I could get it before it rolled off. And even at 8 feet, well, 8 feet I couldn't catch it fast enough. It bounced high enough, went off the mat, and cracked on the concrete to the side. Okay, so then we got to the test I really wanted to get to, the concrete test. Because who doesn't like cracking a lot of eggs, right? Okay, in this case, I started with the hard-boiled egg, and I started at 2 inches, then 2 feet, then 8 feet. At 2 inches on concrete, what do you think? Did it crack or not? Well, yes, it cracked, but it was a dimple. So you could see the progression of damage from 2 inches to 2 feet to 8 feet really matched our model predictions that as we increased in height, the damage would increase. So I think we're on to a useful damage parameter. Okay, it may not be perfect, but it's a pretty good starting point. Okay, and I proved a hard-boiled egg makes a great surrogate, a great crash test dummy for a fresh egg in an egg drop test. Okay, same mass, and the shell fractures in a similar, very similar pattern. And if your fresh egg would have cracked at all, your hard-boiled egg is going to crack. So that's my basic criteria for a good crash test dummy. Okay, however, height alone did not predict damage because this blue mat had enough cushioning that it was protecting the egg from fracturing on impact. So we still have a little bit more to learn, and next week we'll get into mass spring and damper systems and see what's the best solution for padding protection for our fragile egg test. And again, looking at our damage predictor here, mass times velocity, And now that we know velocity is related to height, maybe there's another category that we can use to reduce the damage on our egg drop. If we can reduce that velocity. So see, we're looking at the physics behind the damage, and we're getting lots of insights that are going to help us with our designs. Hope you're having fun, and come back next week.